Hi, I'm Madison. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be ranking romance book tropes. I'm super excited to do this. I don't really do many ranking videos, but I recently figured out how to do them. So I'm going to be giving this a shot today, where I'm going to be ranking a bunch of different romance tropes. I have like 38 that I have gotten. This is not like all the tropes that exist. I decided to kind of stick with just romance at this point in time because that's what I felt like doing today. And so that's what we're going to do. So I have it split into a couple of categories. We have auto buy. This means like if I see it, it's a buzzword. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Always love this. We have obsessed. Now this is something that I really love to read about. I will probably most likely be buying it. We have solid choice. This is ones that I'm like, yeah, like this is a solid pick, like it's a good one. We have hit or miss. It means sometimes I love it and I'll automatically buy it, or it's like, we'll see. And then we have meh or avoid, things that I'm like, you know, I either won't buy them, I'm like, I'll read it like if it's part of a series, okay, I'll get to that trope kind of a situation. Okay, so let's get started. So first off, we have small town. This is an auto buy for me. I love small town romances. If that's like a buzzword, like if it says small town, I'm like, buying it, doesn't matter anything else. Secret baby, an accidental pregnancy is next. These are both meh or avoid. I don't seek out these books. If they end up being in it, okay, fine. But they're not something that I actively go out and try to read in books. It just doesn't always work for me. Secret babies work a bit more than the accidental pregnancy, but only if the secret baby happens in like the very beginning. Like, you know from the start, hey, there's a secret baby. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't like when you're like 80% through a book and she's like, surprise, I had a baby. And I'm like, what? And the accidental pregnancy is 50-50. I don't like when the accidental pregnancy occurs and then the couple instantly gets back together. That really annoys me. So they're both meh or avoids. Class difference is a solid choice. You know, it's fine. I'm thinking more like historical romances. It's a solid choice. Arranged marriage. I know I have arranged marriage and marriage of convenience on here. The question is which do I prefer? I'm gonna say I am obsessed with arranged marriages. I am obsessed with fake dating and fake engagements. Oh, I love fake engagements. Fake stuff is always good. Well, actually, it can be sometimes hit or miss. It actually depends. Forbidden is hit or miss. Forbidden can be hit or miss. Bad boy, good girl. I'm at the point now where this is like a very meh thing for me. I've been reading a lot of good girl, bad boy things, and they are just not hitting. They're like 3 stars every single time. I don't know what it is about them, but they're just not hitting the same way anymore. So I'm just kind of like, we'll see. You know, like it's not something that I'm gonna go out of my way to read anymore. Single parent has recently become an auto buy. I now love single parent. Single parent and small town together. Deliciousness right there. Friends to lovers, that is a hit or miss, 100% hit or miss if that works for me. Secret identity, solid choice. Like if someone's like secretly rich, secretly famous, secretly God knows what, like it's a solid choice. Nothing wrong with something having a secret identity. Rockstar hero, hit or miss. I used to hate it. I've recently read some that I've really enjoyed, so it's gonna be a hit or miss for me. Billionaire hero, I don't know. Billionaires are kind of they're hit or miss too, to be quite honest with you. They're either great or they're just such douchebags. I just cannot get behind them. You know what I'm saying? Captive, solid choice right there. Bully romance. I am now putting this as like a solid choice. I actually really am like giving more preference to them. I'm reading more of them and then more and more of them are hitting. So I'm going to put that there for now. This could be a bit preemptive of me saying that. Reverse harems, obsessed, love. Well, they're hit or miss, but I do try and read more of them, so I do love them when they work. Marriage of convenience, that is an auto buy. I love marriage of conveniences. Second chance is also hit or miss. I can either give a second chance romance a 5-star or it's like a 1. I think for me, second chance romance works, but no, I can't even say if it's not friends to lovers because I just gave a friends to lovers second chance romance. No, it's hit or miss. Love triangle, meh, I avoid them. I really don't care much for them. Workplace, solid choice. Bodyguard, I'm obsessed with bodyguard romances. I love that protector aspect of it. It's always so much fun to read about. I'm always like, it's always just so fun. I love it. Enemies to lovers, obsessed. It can be really fun, especially if it's done right. Well, honestly, it's more of like a solid choice. It's always a solid choice to go with an enemies to lovers. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can you really go wrong? Yeah. Royalty is kind of meh. I've read a couple that just haven't worked for me. I'm like, if it's one, okay, great, but I don't like seek out royalty romances anymore. I feel like I used to, but I mean, it'd have to be something that's like really stellar. Like, I mean, I definitely want to read Sierra Simone's American Queen series, which is technically royalty, so I think I would really like that. But I've read a couple others that have just been really so we're gonna keep it as meh. Mafia, that's an auto buy. Motorcycle Club, auto buy. I mean, like, come on, really, they're my favorite subgenres, so you can't not put that there. Best friend's brother, solid choice. It's a solid choice, you know? Forced proximity, obsessed with forced proximity. There are so many ways this can go, and I love it so much. You know, they could be neighbors. I love when they're neighbors, or they're roommates. Oh, roommates and neighbors, my favorite kinds of forced proximity. 1000% love it. Love, love, love. Paranormal romance. I don't know why I put this on here. Solid choice? I don't know. Historicals, obsessed. They're not automatic buys for me. I love, it depends. I have to be in the mood for historical romances. I don't just always read one a month, whereas like I always read a mafia or I always read a dark romance a month. I don't always get to historicals. So I really do love them, but they're not like my instant auto buys. Amnesia, no. I hate amnesia, and they're actually a really solid trope in historical romances, which is why I think that they're like, I hate amnesia. I avoid it. It's the one trope I would actually say that I avoid. I avoid amnesia. I do. I know you're hurt. Obsessed. I love when someone's hurt and they have to be looked after. Delicious right there. I mean, come on, why wouldn't it be? Then we have Toucher and Kill You. Auto buy. I love that. Give me my protective bitch. Boss employee. Hit or miss. Student teacher. Hit or miss. That being said, I've only ever read 2 student teachers and I like them both. But I feel like I should have put Taboo on here, but Taboo would have been hit or miss too. Like, I feel like with student teacher, I don't know what to say. I haven't read one that's been just flat out creepy. Like, you know, there's always been like the age gap has never been a big deal, or like they've been fine. Like, I tend to be pretty safe with my student teachers. So I'll put it as hit or miss, but it tends to be pretty safe. Age gap is a solid choice. It's a solid choice. I have been reading more that I've only read one age gap that has not worked for me. So I feel like that leaves it as a solid choice. You know, maybe that means that reverse harem should be a solid choice. Yeah, reverse harem, I'm going to bring that down to being a solid choice as well, because it can be hit or miss. I'm saying this so many times. Nah, okay, it's going to be hit or miss. Because I've read some lately that I'm just like, this sucks. But then I read some and I'm like, this rocks. So we're going to do that. Sports player, I'm obsessed. I love when someone's a sports player. Really, it's not auto buy for me yet, because like if it's new adult, they haven't been working for me as well. But if they are adult, oh, love. So keeping as obsessed. Grumpy Sunshine, such an auto buy. Love Grumpy Sunshine so freaking much. And then lastly, we have the only one bed trope. And I feel like that's just such a, it's just an obsessed one. Like, I'm not going to buy a book just because it has only one bed. But it's always a fun trope and it goes so many ways and I love it. So, wow, this was actually a really quick video. I don't know why I thought this was going to be more difficult. Wow, that was actually really easy. I am so surprised right now. Okay, so I'm actually going to give you second recommendations for 7 romances that are on my auto buy list. So small town, single parent, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so small town, single parent, I'm going to give you 2 recs for both of these. So we have The Confidence of Wildflowers by Macaulay Smeltzer and Come Back For Me by Corinne Michaels. These are both small town, single parent romances. This one is part 1 in a duet. It is super angsty as well. This one is just a standalone romance, also super angsty. They're both super emotional too, so hard hitting. Oh my god, they'll get in the feels. Utterly obsessed with both of these, huge 5 stars. There are triggers in both of these. This is triggers for abusive parent and also triggers for abusive husband. This one has triggers for death of a loved one, cancer, and childhood sexual abuse. So there are some tough topics in these. But I do love these both. They're both 5 stars. For Marriage of Convenience, oh, there are so many historical romances for this. My favorite Marriage of Convenience though would have to be Devil in Spring by Lisa. I have this book. It would have to be Devil in Spring by ḽᴏᴏᴅᴅ. This is such a fun marriage of convenience. I love it to death. I love when they get caught in compromising situations and then have to get married. It's like deliciousness, and this is a really fun one. This is book 4, I think, in the Raphael series. I do recommend you do read them in order, but this is still a really great marriage of convenience if you do feel like skipping around, because you can read it as a standalone, because I did that, but then I was like, oh, it'd be way more fun if I did read them in order, so now I'm going back. Plus, how gorgeous is this step back? Oh my god. Then we have Mafia and Motorcycle Club, which is super easy. My Mafia romance is Ivan by Sophie Lark. She's a hit woman. He is a Russian bratva boss. She is sent to kill him, and he ends up capturing her. This here is Motorcycle Club, but it's also age gap and also student teacher. So this follows a Fallen MC, which is a motorcycle club based out of Canada. Cress is a teacher at a high school, and she has recently gotten a divorce from her husband, who was god awful to her and quite like, he manipulated her mentally for years. And then King is the heir to the Fallen MC, and they end up meeting one night, they fall in love, and then weeks later she finds out that he is a student in her class. He is 18 and she's like 25 or 26 or something. So it's not like that big of an age gap between them, but yes. And then we have Toucher and I'll Kill You and Grumpy Sunshine. For Toucher and I'll Kill You, I'm going to do Hate by Tate James. This is a polyamorous reverse harem dark romance, but because of that, literally all the guys like, you Toucher and I will kill you, and we love that. You know, they are all Toucher and I'll kill you. She's also like, touch me and I'll kill you. So we stand that as well. But highly recommend this for that kind of a trope. Oh, it's so good. And there's 4 books, deliciousness. And then Grumpy Sunshine. Oh, there's so many Grumpy Sunshine books. For this, I'm gonna go with Bombshell Effect for Grumpy Sunshine. This is so great. This also has a single dad as well in it, and Forced Proximity, and Sports Player. So he is a captain on a football team, and she is an heiress who has recently gotten like control over the football club, and they end up being next door neighbors. They have a really bad first interaction and get off on the wrong foot, and then he finds out she now owns the club, and it's their romance. It is so funny. She's so sunshiny and he's so grumpy, and I love it to death. If you like Tessa Bailey, you will love Carla Sorensen, so huge recommendation there. And yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm glad I could beef out this video a bit with some recommendations. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know if you'd like to see a fantasy version of this or anything else. Maybe if you'd like me to like, maybe do like genres or something else. I don't know. Give me your ideas. I'm happy to provide. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that button down below. If you want to see more of me, please go to my channel. And until next time, thanks a bunch everyone. Bye-bye.